Well, aren't we lucky it is still Mariah in July, Christmas time. And today we're doing Miss You Most at Christmas time. Let me read you a little bit of that from the Mariah Wiki fandom. Miss You Most at Christmas time is the fifth track from Mariah's first holiday album, Merry Christmas. The song was released on the 20th of October 1994 through Columbia Records and was written and produced by Mariah and, you can probably guess, Walter Afanasieff. Additionally, the track was sent to R&B stations in November 1994, making it the album's second single. Critical reception on this one. In his unauthorized biography about Mariah, author Chris Nixon states, Miss You Most at Christmas Time was a sad ballad. You can read more about that on MariahCareyFandom.com. And we will pretty much just move our way straight over to the mix window and check that one out. So we will see you there as soon as I find the button for my thing. There it is. Here we are at the mix window. It's a short session here. This is only a 15-channel session, but that's okay. We can keep it nice and relaxed here and just enjoy a few little pieces of music. It is an orchestral and piano-based piece. There's not a whole lot. It's not like a classic pop song with drums and all that kind of stuff. But let's have a listen to the start. There's the timpani rolls there on this really big old drum, and you can have a good old listen to that. Well, that's certainly not timpani rolls. That's hi-hats. Well, there you go. I suppose, you can get tricked every now and again. These look more like timpani rolls. Let's have a listen to those. So, obviously, they've just used that track for the count-in, and then the rolls happen later on. And this version, most likely, somebody in the comments can probably tell me, was probably used for a live performance. Maybe it's the original recording. It's hard to tell sometimes, but that's probably why it has a count-in that would probably be played through the headphones or the in-ears. Cymbal, just a hit. We're just going to have a look at the sound fonts, then we'll move on to the vocals for you guys. Just a couple of hits here. Really little, just lots of dynamics in this one. Now, I said sound font, and that's an interesting term to use because Walter loved to use electronic instruments. So realistically, that term would probably be accurate because not a lot of the stuff on here would probably be recorded by an actual microphone besides the music. So a lot of the time, he was really using these really great digital samples. Here, maybe not. I don't know. Walter, call me. Okay. I think we can get the gist of those. We'll move along to the French horn here. If you've ever seen one of those, they're a really confusing-looking instrument. Now, that's almost 100% a French horn patch on a keyboard. Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're coming up to this little bit here that's actually got some interesting stuff happening. Here we go. Now, go back and have a listen to that just real quick, and then tell me why I would know that is played on piano. It sounds like it's played on piano. It's also a single mono track, and it's polyphonic, so you wouldn't really go over and overdub a bunch of French horns doing a chord like this. You'd probably use a brass section, but that's really cool. I do like that. Okay, guitar time here. There's not a lot of guitar happening there, so let's see. But it is consistent throughout a lot of the song. Let's hear what it sounds like. Keys again. It's a really nice nylon sound, though. Now, I'll run through this one just because I've discovered in the last few weeks that there's a lot of people watching that don't really understand a lot of the things that I'm saying sometimes, and for that, this one's for you guys. When I say it's a nylon sound, the guitar that is being played right here, it's a keyboard, but it's emulating a particular type of guitar. Guitars normally have, acoustic guitars, a lot of the time, steel strings in pop music. But then you have, like, for example, a Spanish guitar is played with a nylon, or classical guitar is played with a nylon string guitar. And this is a sample of that particular type of guitar. So that's what I mean by nylon. I'm not saying that there is a sound quality called nylon, but there kind of is, really, isn't there? And it's this. Listen. Kind of smooth. And there's just like a tiny bit of chorus or something on it too. Gorgeous. It's so warm too, like it really is. It's quite dry, but it's still warm and comforting. And I think that's one of the keys to really nice Christmas songs. Yeah, I think that's the key, is just having these really nice warm sounds. I suppose it's like sitting around a fire in the winter, and obviously in Australia we don't have that kind of Christmas, but still we get the sentiment. Interesting. Let's hit that again, sorry. Get rid of that weird fade out. Strange. But again, in the context of the song, we will never notice that. Might as well hit these last three notes. And it just drags and holds, and there's what? Nothing until big old one. Okay, and then we have a bit of oboe here. Let's see, probably keys as well, which is totally fine, but definitely very cool though. So just, isn't that funny? One of the things about trying to put songs together in a meaningful way and in an intelligent way is knowing what kind of textures are needed in a song. That texture is very different from this. add those together. And this oboe has such a more piercing kind of sound, but still quite smooth. Wow. I know, I'm going to go through all these little bits. I want to get to those vocals too, but let's just have a quick listen, be patient, because I know there's someone out there who wants to hear this bit. Okay, moving on to a very interesting instrument. I bet there's a lot of swells here, or I think that's what they call them. The harp. Okay. That's what it's made for. That's a bonus. Good question. Is this, I mean, I'm asking myself, is this recorded or is this played by piano? Could be played. Doesn't sound too keys-like. No, I reckon it's played. I mean, recorded. Played by a real person, not like as an emulation. Yeah. There's a big one coming up there. Yeah, too intricate to be pianoed. Jeez, that's huge. And it goes straight back into this, like, halfway through. And I bet we can guess what this next one's going to be coming up. Get ready. And then here it is, the big one. Key change. Does it pop on my end or yours? Oof. It happens, guys. It's just to show that even these massive songs, they're riddled with these very tiny imperfections that people try to take out of stuff now, and leave them in. You know, see if someone notices them. See that, leave them little there as Easter eggs. Like, I mean, obviously don't let them ruin it, and this doesn't. But yeah. Beautiful. That's the end of the harp. Ice pad sounds something. Let's see what it sounds like. That's a huge 90s sound. Wow. Could it be the DX7? It sounds like if it were the DX7, it would have the breath controller on it. That was the thing where they would play and blow in for intensity and stuff at the same time. Wow. I'm breathing along with it to see if it's like doable, and breathing with the music can create that extra thing. It's kind of like one of those melodicas, whatever they're called, the melodica, where you blow into the tube and play it, and only the volume that is let out is by how hard you push. Does that make sense? Did I say that wrong? There was a breath controller for the DX7, which I think there's actually one. I think this is it. Is that the top shelf? Yeah, that's a DX7 right there. You can't see it because it's plugged into a thingo, but yeah, cool, really, really cool FM synth. I might kick this along a little bit because we know that's going to sound a certain way, so let's move to the key change. Oh, over here. Interesting, it's called Ice Pad, but it does sound kind of like panpipes. I'm going to move straight over to the piano, which played by Walter, of course. Listen up. Gorgeous. Oh, I wish I could play piano. Man, that is so good. Sorry, I'm zoning out here. Just really great to listen to. Yeah, that's so good. I've got to stop there for a moment. We're going to move across here a little bit to this key change again. Actually, let's move to just before that big swell there, because I know the piano can be very recognisable for, you know, the whole tube here. Listen to this. Bring it to me. Oh, so massive. Ah, that's a nice little jingle bells throwback at the end. Jingle all the... way. Oh my, yeah, that's so good. Now, of course, if you want to hear that full piano part, you're going to have to go listen to the original, but the link for the original is in the description, so don't you stress your little head. Strings time. This is called slow strings. Let's get a feel for what this sounds like. So, okay, moving along. Listen. Slow strings. Nice. Love the dynamics Walter always brings to these songs. Okay, I'm going to move through again just to skip that little section and go to this part. Massive. Slow strings, huh? Now, I imagine what is meant by slow strings is the attack time. Because I can tell that it's dragging on the tempo a little bit, and that would be like every time you hit the keys, it goes do, and like just revs up from there. The attack time's really slow. So I suppose that's what it meant by slow strings. Also, if you look at these two waveforms together, and you can see this one starts here like that, and then the one behind it drags along, bam, and swells in. On that note, let's check out this next one called warm strings, which is a deeper layer, I would imagine. Come on, let's get some action. Let's go. Nice and thick. Get your headphones on to enjoy this. Very smooth. Let's move along. Come on. We want some goods. Let's go. Again, a lot of dynamics. Sorry for skipping through on you here, guys. Bring it in, let's go. While we're here, let's add in the slow strings and see what we get. And the ice pad. Those warm strings are taking up quite a lot, aren't they? But this is also an unmixed session. You know what happens at the end there. So I'm going to move on to the tremolo, this track that's called Tremolo. Let's see what it does. Oh, that was exciting. Oh, we missed a bit at the start. Ooh, and then there's a little diamond in the middle here. Let's go. All right, and there's 2 more of these. That's horrifying. That's really cool. That's really cool. These are the flavors that you need to make these things pop out. Just a few more tracks here. Synth bass. Synth bass. Very synth bass. Man, that's like dance bass. I'm digging that, actually. Super nice and low. Any synth could pretty much pull that off. Bit of portamento in between. Cut off low. Cool. I can dig it. This one's called Synth Pad. That's quite nice. And again, we have a different tonality here to... I'm going to move the bass down. We have a different tonality to those other strings. So if I skip along, we hear... This is the tonality of our synth pad. But if we were to move along and plug in our warm strings... It's kind of, I don't know if you can look at both of those at the same time, but you can see what one's lacking, what the other isn't. Synth pad's got a bit more bottom, this has got more mid, and then we have other things here like slow strings are going to be different again to icy pad, for example, the ice pad. Really thin. And then boom. But all these things together create this just luscious thing, and of course when mixed too, because it currently isn't. I had the warm strings in there, but go back and have a listen to the ice pad on its own so you can understand what I mean. Synth pad again. Singing along, moving along. Really wide and really open, and we haven't heard a lot of top end yet in this thing. I'm going to skip that last bit because we want to have a listen to this thing, which is called Track Mix. I bet you can't guess why it's called that. It's because all the files that I have are unmixed, and this is the mix. Yeah? And let's skip forward because it's already going to get recognized to here. So once everything's mixed together, it should sound like this. Beautiful, isn't it? Just right. Those oboes. So weird because they sound so out of place and like fake here. You know what I mean? Like on their own dry. They just sound so not quite where they need, you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously it's raw, you know, you can't, I'm not saying it's bad, it's not bad because listen to this is how it turned out. Just the right reverb, just the right volume, just the right everything to make it sound real. Like, you wouldn't know that this was all electronic sounds. Brilliant. I'm going to move along. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, you know what the song's supposed to sound like, so you can go and check that one out for your very self. But until then, it is your favourite part of the show, vocal time. So don't forget, before we do that, you need to go and hit the subscribe button, like the video, and all that kind of stuff that I'm forced to do by the internet. Go and give that a crack, share this around, have a chat to all the Mariah Carey friends and say, listen, there's this really great show on YouTube. It's called Midnight Mixes by this guy called Broden Minogue, and I really think you should watch it. He manages to get all these multitrack files, he pulls them apart, plays them all painstakingly, and you can just skip to whatever bit you want. It's fantastic. Share it around. And they'll be like, oh, wow, I'll give that a crack, and I'll still make $4 a month. Anyway, back over to the lead vocal from Mariah Carey. Yeah, check this out and share it around. Thanks for subbing. Mix window time, lead vocals from Mariah Carey on the song Miss You Most at Christmas Time.
The fire is burning, the room's all aglow. Outside the December
Turning that up.
wind blows. Away in the distance, the carolers sing in the snow.
Oh, Control. Let me have another crack at that. That is okay.
The carolers sing in the snow.
Yes, thank you.
Everybody's laughing, the world is celebrating, and everyone's so happy except for me tonight, because I miss you most at Christmas time, and I can't get you off my mind. Every other season comes along and I'm alright, but then I miss you
She's even smooth here too.
most at Christmas time.
This vocal doesn't particularly have a lot of crisp to it, so perhaps it has been EQ'd later and compressed as well.
I gaze out the window.
It still has more top end and more sibilance and definition than every other track there, because that's the space it needs to fill to pop through. So let's just have a look again. You can see actually something coming up above 2K here.
I gaze out the window this cold winter's night at all of the twinkling lights, alone in the darkness, remembering when you were mine. Yeah.
Damn! How do you do that? We go back further.
When you were mine. Yeah. Everybody's smiling, the whole world is rejoicing, and everyone's embracing, except for you and I, baby.
Okay, I noticed a punch in. Did you? Get ready, baby.
For you and I, baby.
Or, because it's possible to be singing this way and then go, baby. And you heard it happening with me just then. Just talking to somebody, maybe reading it off or just kind of doing something and then baby, turning around and facing the mic. So listen up.
Except for for you and I, baby. I miss you.
Perhaps turning in to go back so you can go, I miss you, like from the a bit of a belt.
You and I, baby. I miss you.
Because you can hear a lot of room around that. Listen to the reverb around the you, hoo.
Baby, I miss you most at Christmas time, and I can't get you. No. Can't get you. No.
Now, this is an interesting one here because last time this happened, someone said that it was just breath coming through causing a polyphonic sound in the voice. Sorry, I don't think that's accurate. It's not Tibetan throat singing.
Can't get you. No.
That no, the very start of the end.
No.
That's it's a crossfade.
Get you. No.
It's just she started from that and they've just crossfaded it over, so
Get you. No.
you can barely hear that.
No.
Being pedantic, YouTube compression probably completely ruins that.
Get you. No. Get you off my mind. Every other season.
That is one of those instances where that could be regarded as a polyphonic note, even though it's still just an overtone.
Mine.
Ready?
Every
That's what you're talking about, that squeak in the sort of thing.
other season.
Still not a polyphonic sound, it's an overtone.
The season comes along and I'm alright.
It's just air, it's not even an overtone.
But then I miss you most at Christmas time.
Did I just hear another crossfade?
Christmas
On that M, maybe it's just on M's, maybe M in Mariah Carey is with two voices.
Christmas time.
And again, it's not important to notice.
Oh,
Mariah, I believe I'm trying to talk. It's not important that we're noticing those things. It's just psychological for me.
most at Christmas time.
Amazing, though.
Oh,
And also, to be able to do those overdubs and, I mean, that well, perfectly, and barely noticeable until we're fine-tooth combing this thing. We are literally out with a toothbrush going, shh, shh, shh. Why do I have a toothbrush? I've been cleaning things. But we're going through this thing with a fine-tooth comb just to do this because it's fun. No shame.
in the springtime, those memories start to fade. With the April rain, through the summer
Hang on. I've got to listen to the lyrics to this because April's nowhere near Christmas.
days, till autumn's leaves are gone.
Oh, we're singing about
I
seasons.
get by
Because she misses you most at Christmas time, but like there's other seasons and stuff where she misses you too, but mostly at Christmas time. Let's recap.
autumn's leaves are gone.
Autumn's leaves are gone.
I get by without you
I
till
get by
the
without you.
snow begins to fall, and then I miss you
So she gets by without you, but when the snow falls, she starts to miss you.
most at Christmas time,
That's that key change right there.
and then I miss you most at Christmas time, and I can't get you, no, get you off my mind. Every other season comes along, and I'm alright. But then I miss you
Sing it to me.
most at Christmas.
I have to hear that again. That's so good.
Most at Christmas time.
Oh, magic. That's the end of the tale of Christmas time. What happens at the end here? Nothing. It's just a little drawing of some sound. That ceases the tale of Miss You Most at Christmas Time by Mariah Carey. Thank you very much. I think we can fit one more in for this Christmas in July. So let me work on that. I'll see if I can pull you Mariah one out of the bag. Otherwise, we'll go with another Christmas classic, and then we'll be back to the regular programmed content straight after that. Thanks again. Thanks so much. Thanks for supporting me. And yeah, look forward to some more interesting and new things to happen from this channel. So catch you on the other side. Subscribe to this, like it, comment on it. Don't subscribe to it if you're not going to watch it, because that's actually apparently more damaging than subscribing, than not subscribing. But anyway, come and say hi. Let's have a chat in the comments. Give me your best Mariah trivia, everything. We'd love to have a chat. Yeah, I'll get back to you when I can, all right? I do check those comments, and I thank you all for writing your beautiful things down. And the hate ones get filtered now too, so I don't even have to worry about that. That's why I'm tired but happy. Thank you all. We'll see you next time. Enjoy.